Hi everybody, so welcome again to another video. So on the previous video I just did an introduction of the procurement management channel that I actually started. So on this video I am actually going to just talk about what is procurement and what is the difference between procurement and also SEM. So the definition of procurement, so procurement is basically the backbone of any organization that relies on external sources. So it is the backbone of organization that relies on external sources because the business or the clients that you actually provide the goods to, they rely on external sources which are going to be you guys as the suppliers, in order for them to get the goods and services that they want. It can be office stationaries, it can be computer equipment, it can be anything that the organization would want in order for them to run their company. Then they depend on the external sources, which is going to be you as the suppliers. So that is basically procurement. And then it also ensures that goods and services are obtained efficiently at a competitive pricing. So if we have to look at competitive pricing, so in this channel, competitive pricing, it is something that I am going to talk about at a very, very later stage, simply because when the BEC meetings are sitting, when the BEC members are sitting, the last thing that they actually talk about, it is competitive pricing, because there are so many things that they have to look at. They have to look at the RFQ documents that you have submitted. Did you complete it the way it's supposed to be completed? They look at the returnable documents. The returnable documents that you have returned, are they valid? Have they expired? And then they also look at the quotation. Did you supply the things that are of good quality standard? Did you give the exact quantity that the business is actually requesting for? And then also the delivery. Are you going to deliver the items that they actually requested you to deliver on a timely manner? So those are the things that the business looks at and the clients look at before they actually go to a pricing which is so-called competitive. Because the other thing why I'm going to want us to talk about competitive pricing as the last thing, it's because I have seen quotations that have a very competitive pricing. So not because the, the, the items that they're actually giving to the business, it's of quality. The pricing is very competitive, but then the documents that they submitted are not competitive. The way they completed the RFQ, it is not competitive. The items that they are actually quoting on the quotation, they are not of the quality that they actually requested on the RFQ. So even if your pricing, it is competitive, but the fact that you did not submit the product that meets the very specification that is on the RFQ, that doesn't mean that you are going to be awarded. So you can have a very, very competitive pricing, but the fact that your RFQ, but the fact that the product that you are actually supplying, which you put on the quotation, the fact that it is not of a good quality standard, it can mean that you are basically going to be disqualified. So the other thing that we are going to look at, it's going to be the fact that the product that you are actually providing, it should align with the specifications and also the quantity that is also put on the RFQ that the business actually gave you. So that is basically the introduction in terms of like what procurement is. And I'm going to emphasize that we are not going to, procurement, it is not competitive pricing. Procurement, it is competitive quality. I would redefine it in a sense of procurement, it is competitive quality. Procurement, it is competitive quantity. Procurement, it is competitive delivery timing. Because if you submit your quotation with a very competitive pricing, But then now the business, when they now get the product that you actually supplied them with, now when they get the equipment, let's say it's a laptop, you gave them a laptop which is very, very low specifications, because you wanted your quotation to be of a competitive pricing. Now you go for the cheap product, and then let's say for an example, the laptop needs to be serviced. The laptop needs the warranty to work on, because now the laptop is having some issues. And then now when they want to reach the manufacturer for the warranty, they can't get hold of the manufacturer, because cheap products are very difficult to actually reach the manufacturer if you want to now use the warranty. It is not as easy. So try to stay away from defining procurement as competitive pricing, but redefine procurement as competitive quality product, and also as competitive timely delivery, and also as competitive quality timely delivery, and also as competitive quantity. So those are the things that the committee, when they are sitting, will be looking at, so that they can be able to select the bidder. So the other thing that I can actually cover before I actually go to how to complete the RFQ documents, the SPD1, SPD4, SPD 3.1, and SPD 6.1. What are the other things that we can actually look at? So the other thing that I can look at, it is maybe let's just look a little bit on the specifications. So just to give a brief description in terms of like how you should submit your quotation, what are some of the necessary things that will make it easy for the committee to easily award you when they are looking at your quotation? So your quotation, first of all, you should always make sure that you put your MAAA number. It is very, very important for you to put your MAAA number on your quotation, because when they are doing the evaluation, after they're doing the evaluation, they don't have to go around trying to go to the CSD system, trying to look for the MAAA number, trying to call you, can you give us your MAAA number? Because your MAAA number, it is also what they use in order for them to officially make payments. It's what they use before they actually give you the purchase order. So the MAAA number in the business itself, SCM uses it a lot in order for them to give you the purchase order. So just make it easy for the supplier, for the business, and put your MAAA number. And then the other thing is like it's very much important for your quotation to also have things like your phone number, so that if they have to follow up on you, they don't have to send you an email to say, can you please send us your contact details? Can you please send us, there are certain things that we cannot put on the email, but we just need a quick answer. There are some of the evaluations that I ran, and then I realized that I just needed a very quick clarity on the bidder regarding this. And then if the quotation already have the phone number, then right there and there during the meeting, you can quickly just, contact the supplier and be like, hey, can you just clarify this for us, because you're already in the meeting, we just want clarity on this, and then the supplier confirms, and then you continue with the meeting. So those are the things that you can actually implement and put in place, because sometimes when the committee realizes, okay, this person doesn't even have the cell number on the quotation, they don't have the email address on the quotation, now we have to go back to our mail email so that we can see which email the person uses. It can be easy, very easy, for the BEC members to say, you know what, let's just disqualify the supplier. There's no need for us to go through the hassle. They didn't put this. It's going to be difficult for us to find the supplier, so rather just disqualify the supplier. So always just make it easy for you to be able to be reachable, and if in case if the supplier wants to contact you. So The other thing that we can look at in terms of quotation, it can be the specifications. So here's the thing about the specifications, which is the main thing actually when the business is actually doing the BEC meeting. So if we have to put, for an example, they said they need a Dell, they need a laptop. They didn't specify the brand. They need a laptop, and then it's going to be an i5, 512 gigabytes of RAM, 512 SSD storage capacity, 16 gigabytes of RAM, i7 processor, a 3-year on-site warranty next business day. They need a laptop bag, and they do specify that the backpack maybe of Tigers or whatever brand that they specify. And then you go to your quotation, and sometimes they can say, okay, we need USB-C Type-C port. They didn't say adapter. They said they want a USB Type-C port, and then we want an HDMI port. We want an RJ45 port, and then they specify all these ports that they want. And then when you go to your quotation, and then you put, okay, I'm giving you a laptop, and then you don't put the brand of the laptop, you don't put and confirm the full specification of the laptop on your quotation. So now when they are sitting on the committee, first of all, they don't know which brand they are evaluating. They have no idea what kind of brand are you going to deliver to them. And then even when it comes to the specification, you do not confirm that the warranty that you are giving them, which is something that I've also seen many times on the quotations. Sometimes when suppliers are actually putting the specifications on the quotations, if the business is saying, we want you to give us a 3-year on-site warranty next business day, don't just put 3-year pro or 3-year warranty. It can be a 3-year warranty, but it can be a limited warranty. It can be a 3-year warranty, but it can be a carry-in warranty. It can be a 3-year warranty, and it can be a next business day warranty. So now the committee, when they are sitting there and then they are evaluating the quotation, they are under the assumption. They don't know if whether this warranty that is stated on the quotation, is it a 3-year limited? Is it a 3-year carry-in? Is it a 3-year next business day on-site warranty? So it is very, very much important for us to also be specific in terms of like confirming the specifications by putting the exact specification which the supplier put on the RFQ on your quotation and in details. Because now when they are sitting there, be like, okay, we can see that the supplier quoted us for everything, but we are not sure of the warranty, and we don't want a laptop with a carry-in warranty. We don't want a laptop with a limited warranty, but we want a laptop with this kind of warranty. So now it's up to the BEC meeting in terms of, do we have to contact the supplier and be like, confirm, or we just have to disqualify? So to actually avoid the committee to disqualify you, just make sure that you put exactly the exact specifications that the supplier, that the business actually put on the RFQ. So that is what I am going to cover, and then just talk about in terms of like how to complete the quotation and what is expected of you from the BEC meetings while they are sitting for the evaluation. So just to put a summary on this, I started by defining the procurement, what procurement is. It is the backbone of the organization when they literally just rely on external sources, which is the suppliers. And then the other thing, just to put a summary, is that don't define procurement as a competitive pricing, because you can be a supplier with a very competitive pricing, but then you are not competitive when it comes to the product that you are actually supplying to the business. You are not competitive when it comes to the delivering of the items that you are delivering. You are not competitive when it comes to the returnable documents that you are returning to the business. So we can have the most expensive supplier being the one to be awarded because they were competitive in terms of what the business was actually looking at. So also to put a little bit of summary in terms of putting the shortcuts on the quotation, you don't have to put a shortcut on the quotation. You don't want the committee to assume, is this the product that they are giving us? Is this the product that they are giving us or not? But you want to ensure that the business knows that this is the product that they're giving us. The product is coming with a 3-year on-site warranty because it is stated on the quotation. The product is coming with the pots. I also spoke about the pots. Sometimes what suppliers can do. If the business said we want a laptop with so many ports, the HDMI port, the RJ45 port, the USB port, and they put all those type of ports. Because the supplier wants the pricing to be competitive, what they can actually do, they can quote on a product, on a laptop, that doesn't have the ports. Because the laptop that actually has all those ports, from HDMI, USB Type-C, RJ45 port, all those ports that the business actually requested on the RFQ. The laptop that has all those ports can be very, very expensive. So the supplier can want to take some shortcuts and be like, you know what, I'm going to get a laptop which doesn't have all the ports, but I'm just gonna quote on the adapters. And then there on your quotation you put, okay, the laptop meets your other specification, but then I'm also giving you the RJ45 adapter, I'm giving you the USB Type-C adapter, I'm giving you, and then instead of providing the ports, you provide the adapters because you want your pricing to be competitive. But yet those are the very same things that makes the suppliers to be disqualified, because during the evaluation they're going to see, okay, you don't want a user of your laptop to be carrying out a laptop and then all the time they already have a charger that they have to carry around for the laptop, and then at the same time you want them to carry the USB Type-C adapter, you want them to carry the RJ45 adapter. It's gonna be a lot. So for that reason they'll be like, okay, this quotation does not meet our specification that we have put on the RFQ because it does not have the ports embedded in them. They gave us the adapters. So try not to cut or do shortcuts on the quotations because you want your pricing to be low, but stick with competitiveness. Competitiveness, which is the quality of the product, which is the timely delivery, and which is the quantity of the product. That is how you define procurement without using competitive pricing. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that it has actually helped some of the suppliers that were actually wondering, how is it that I always send the quotations, I'm completing the documents, I'm sending the returnable documents, but then now you have to rethink, was I being competitive in terms of not in terms of pricing. Your pricing might be very competitive, but then the question that you need to ask yourself, was I being competitive in terms of the quality? When the committee looks at my quotation, were they seeing the quality on the product that I am giving them? Were they seeing the competitiveness on the quantity that I am giving them? So those are the things that you kind of like need to look back, sit back, and then ask yourself those questions. And then maybe if you implement this, you'll start to get orders. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can like, subscribe, and also comment. You can put some comments also I mean, if you have some questions regarding how to complete the quotation. We're still going to talk about how to complete the RFQ. Then you can just put some comments now so long for the quotations. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it really helps somebody out there. And see you on the next video. Bye.